Hello, darlings. Welcome to a game called In-TERROR-Gation. Let's begin the interrogation. I think this is like a point and click or maybe a visual novel type deal, but it's supposed to be horror. And it was inspired by like works of artists like Junji Ito. So let's find out. Also, not the best reading voice tonight. For the past few months, there's been this patient. She was a victim of an abduction, as well as a bizarrely unnatural homicide. Normally, she wouldn't be in our jurisdiction, but during her rescue, she attacked the police and tried to escape numerous times, which led to her being placed in our care. Then there's her behavior. Family members reported that she was acting differently, a total personality change. She's never provided any clear answers on what happened. Oddly, she suddenly made a request to state she was finally willing to talk. They put me in charge of her interrogation. I thought it'd be a good idea to ask the police for any evidence they were willing to share with me. Given her history of being uncooperative with questioning, thankfully they let me have a binder containing some of the evidence they collected. Not all of it, granted, but hopefully it'll be enough to finally get the truth of what happened. Detective Beast is on the case.
Okay, I'm ready. Could you bring the patient in? Now,
It's
before we
voiced.
get started, can you give me your name for the record, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
It's fully voiced. Okay. Time pause. Patient's folder. Interrogation tips. While time is limited, it's best to look through all the documents. Not all questions have a contradiction. Proceed to the next question if nothing seems to be wrong. To avoid wasting time. Avoid picking things that aren't contradictions. All it does is making you lose time. That can be worded better. If you're out of time, you can no longer browse for information. Use your tape recorder to rehear the last things the suspect said. Isn't Innsmouth like Innsmouth, which is a town in Lovecraft folklore? Patient named Darcy Widow. She said her name was Heather. Alright, patient number is scratched out, but it looks like 1227007. That's what it looks like. Reasons for admission to hospital. Patient was a victim of abduction. During her rescue, she acted out and assaulted the police, heavily injuring a few officers. She was planned to be held temporarily while being given therapy, but after numerous attempted escapes and continued attacks on people around her, she was committed to this facility. Additional information: patient has proven to not be completely honest with doctors. Many staff have reported that her claims and information are incorrect. Currently, the patient seems to give no indication that she has any known disorders, rather that her constant lying is in order to hide something. Due to her frequent violent outbursts and escape attempts, she has been confined to a wheelchair during any and all activities. Cool. Alright. Let's make sure everything's... Alright, yeah, everything's still running smooth. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
No, it's not. Don't lie to me, bitch.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh. There's more. Letter from the police department. Sorry to say that due to active status of investigation, the police are unable to provide any notes from interrogators. However, the precinct is willing to work with Innsmount in some capacity, so we've sent you a binder containing any evidence we aren't currently using. We hope this is ample support to help with your interrogation of the patient. Police report, case number 10031 CT. Detail of event. Officers responded to a 911 call about individuals entering an abandoned house. Upon entering the premises, officers found one living victim in the body of an unidentified individual. Judging by the state of the two, it's estimated that they had been there for just a few hours. The surviving victim had been restrained to a chair. She was conscious and cognizant. I don't think. Cognizant. There we go. Cognizant. But would not answer questions. The body of an unidentified girl was discovered just a few feet from the survivor. Both individuals arrived at the same time based on the state of their clothing. The body was in an unnatural state. The entire body, including limbs, were twisted and deformed. It was in a state that closely resembled late stages of decomposition. Ew. The identity has yet to be determined due to these factors. Actions taken. Following the survivor's rescue, she immediately assaulted the officers present, leading to 2 police casualties due to severe injuries. The woman was quickly detained and medical support was called, but she has been uncooperative with questioning. A Virginia ID was found on the scene, so present staff will be looking into why she is here and notifying any family.
Yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
She's lying.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
Dead girl's name is most likely Heather. All questions have a contradiction.
That's not what it says in your patient record.
Oh, okay, I see how to play.
Heather's, just a nickname of mine. It's Darcy. Sorry for the confusion.
Why
You're
is
on
your
from around
nickname
here, are you?
Heather?
Could you tell me what state?
State? Sure. It's Pennsylvania.
What kind of ID was found?
The police report says you're from Virginia, though.
Ah, right. Sorry. I always get Pennsylvania and Virginia mixed up, you know? 'Cause they are so close.
Are you talking to me of your own volition?
Yeah, of course. I just wanna give my side of the story.
Turn it up a little bit in my headset.
Alright, thanks for that information. It's just a formality for the records.
Yeah, it, seemed that way.
Now, we don't have all the time in the world, so I won't bother you with going over the details. To keep it short, I need to ask you some questions about the university and your abduction.
Alright, that's fine. Go ahead.
As I'm sure you remember, you requested this meeting. The police have provided me with a binder containing some of their evidence, which I'll be using to make sure you're taking this discussion seriously. They told me that you were quite uncooperative during initial questioning. It's just to make sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for, agreeing to this.
Okay, so, first of all, could you tell me a bit more about your experience at university?
Yeah. I was abducted at Harvard University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess. until the abduction, of course.
Oh, that wasn't there before. The shit. Right. Alright. Fine. At least she's not a Jane Doe. Well, that is, but she's not. Oh, my time's going. Father Allen was filed a lawsuit against Harvard University for... Wait, Harvard University? I thought she said Harvard.
Yeah. I was abducted at Harvard University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess, until the, abduction, of course. Yeah. I was abducted at Harvard University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess, until the, abduction, of course.
Heather Baker is the, Yeah, she called herself Heather because that's who this is. I'm running out of time.
It's a fairly big university, with lots of fields and classes. What did you major in?
My major? Well, I took a bachelor's degree, so I took a lot of classes that weren't part of it. But it was, management.
Did you make any friends during your time at university? Any strong relationships with anyone?
I mean, of course, I had a couple of friends. Are you asking if I had a boyfriend or something? I never really had any strong relationships with anyone, to be honest. Mostly just, acquaintances.
Can you think of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm rich or anything. My parents don't make too much money, so I can't imagine they wanted something like
That doesn't make
ransom
sense.
or anything.
Were you
If your father was a
responsible for the death of
successful
the other
lawyer-
person in that room?
What? No way, of course, I wasn't. Did you see what happened to that body? How could I have caused that?
When you were abducted, was there another person at the scene with you and the corpse?
It's a little hard to remember, but I'm pretty sure it was just me and the person during the, kidnapping.
Damn, something's just not right here. It doesn't add up at all, but I just can't see what's wrong. There must be more holes to point out, but... I'm sorry, but I can't continue like this. I'll get someone else to take over. So just wait here.
Ending 4 of 5. I just couldn't stay there anymore. Thankfully, I left before I was able to get someone... Thankfully, before I left, I was able to get someone to fill in for me, but it seems as though he had no luck with her either. I was hoping I could return to her with a clear head, but that was never going to happen. Just a few hours after the interview, she was found dead, with her body in the same state as the one at the crime scene. Damn. Let's try this again.
My major? Well, I took a...
Your college records state that you made...
She's trying to be Heather.
Uh-oh. I guess that was just a mistake. Yeah, no, I majored in literature. My head's just kind of all over the place, you know?
Did you make any friends during your time at relationships with anyone?
I mean, of course, I had a couple of... friends. Are you asking if I had a boyfriend or something? I never really had any strong relationships with anyone, to be honest. Mostly just, acquaintances.
These plane tickets seem to suggest otherwise.
Those. Ah, right. Yeah. Those. Me and the professor weren't, super close, I guess. I wouldn't call it a strong relationship. He
This
was the one who bought
implies
the
something
tickets
totally
anyway.
different, darling.
Can you think of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's not...
Isn't your father a highly successful lawyer?
Oh, he is, isn't he? Well, I mean, I still wouldn't say that, he makes all that much.
Were you responsible for the death of the other person in that room?
What? No way, of course, I wasn't. Did you...
Damn it.
When you were abducted, was there another person at the scene with you and the corpse?
It's a little hard to remember.
Were you involved in what happened?
Are you joking? I already told you. How could I have been involved in that?
Most people with no involvement don't attack the police and attempt to escape.
You can't be serious. I wasn't shocked. I had just been abducted and there was a dead body. I wasn't thinking right.
You don't seem to have been doing a lot of thinking right. You're still trying to avoid the police, and even after requesting this meeting, you continue to lie and mix yourself up with another person. Make it make sense, Darcy, if that's even who you are. I'm starting to think you don't even know yourself.
Look, I'm just, not in the right headspace. Just give me a moment and I swear I'll tell you everything.
Sorry, but I just don't have time to be led around with lies and excuses. I'll get one of the staff members to take you back to your cell and check back in a week. That should be enough time to get your thoughts straight.
Wait, hold on. I don't have a week. I need to talk to you now.
I'm sorry, but our time is up.
I can't let you
leave.
I'm sorry.
What? What the hell is going on?
Sorry, but I don't have much time before it finds me. I need you right here, right now.
What exactly are you?
Well, I guess there's not much point in hiding it. I'm not exactly human. I suppose you could call me an entity. One using this body to hide in your world. I'm losing control of my grasp on this reality, though, and I need your help to fix it.
What? What do I choose? I don't even know.
You mentioned something trying to find you. What's trying to find you?
Where I'm from, there are powerful beings that even I'm hesitant to describe, that even something like me shouldn't bother. But I did, and now it's after me, and I'm not just going to let it take me, so I'm hiding from it.
What was the real reason behind your relationship with the professor?
He was just someone that knew about the world and was willing to help me. I can't afford to get caught. It's a far greater issue than you think.
Where is the professor now?
He is no longer in this reality. He was taken to another. He screwed up during the last event while setting something up. Not sure if he can get back or not.
What was the actual reason for this abduction?
I wouldn't call it an abduction. No one was forced into it. It was just a ritual to help maintain my control and keep me hidden.
So what happened to that body?
We ran out of time during the event. The being I'm hiding from, the hunter, got to her. And well, you see why I'm on the run.
Why? Was there a third person at the event anyway?
It was just something the professor decided at the last minute. No reason for her to be there at all.
So this idiot just
Know
got
who
her
that classmate
killed.
was?
Nobody important. Probably just one of the professor's students. I've got no idea who she might be, to be honest.
Someone's child.
Listen, we are out of time. I'll need you to recite this incantation to hide me from the hunter.
Lead line.
Karapathinadawa. This is crucial. If the hunter gets me, it will have an opening into this world. It will destroy all life as you know it. No question. Hiding me will save the world. So I trust you know the right choice here.
Are there no other options? Nothing else that can prevent this?
There is no other way. You have to make the decision.
Why are you so dumb?
I suppose an action is a choice of its own.
Sorry, but this is just too much to handle all at once.
Well, at least I won't be alone in the inevitable suffering.
What the? Oh, hell no. Wasn't the agonizing pain my body being devoured by, or even the lingering thoughts of whether I'll be suffering like this forever? No, the worst part was that I could vividly hear the billions of people screaming in torment as they met the end I had mistakenly unleashed on them. Huh. Well, guys, that's all the time I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you got the time, go download it and play it for yourself. Get the other endings. But for now, I gotta go. I didn't have a lot of recording time tonight. But check out some of my other videos. I played another game kind of similar to this called Black. Really good. I really enjoyed that one. But for now, I gotta go. Goodbye, darlings. Oh, and by the way, you can follow me on Twitter and catch my streams on Twitch. I'll see you around. Sweet dreams.